Hey guys, welcome to another top 10 list. One of my top 10 favorite Michael J. Fox movies. I thought, what the hell, do like a actor list. I just did Will Smith, so I've done Michael J. Fox, so I thought I'd just very quickly power through and give my top 10 favorite Michael J. Fox movies. Let's get to it. Very quick honorable mention. I give it to Teen Wolf. It's a stupid, ridiculous, kind of guilty pleasure film, but had to put it on. Number 10, The Hard Way. The Hard Way is a very cool action comedy buddy cop movie. It's with him. It's with him and James Woods. Both of them are very funny, very enjoyable. It's a really good 80s comedy film. If you love those weird, wacky, inappropriate cop comedies, definitely check out The Hard Way. It's a very enjoyable film. Number 9 is The American President. This movie was directed by Rob Reiner, I'm pretty sure. It has Annette Bening and Michael Douglas in the film. The reason I don't have it lower because I think it's a better film than a lot of these films, but Michael J. Fox is not a very huge character in the film, but he's still in it. He's one of like the personal aides for the president in the film. This is more of a Michael Douglas and Annette Bening, Rob Reiner film. I really love the film. I think it's a very good movie, and I think it's a good romance film. And I do enjoy Michael J. Fox in the role that he is given, but if he was bigger in it, I'd put it better on this list. Number 8 is Atlantis, The Lost Empire. This is probably one of the most underrated Disney films. It's a very good anime Disney film written by Joss Whedon himself. I think it's a very good movie. I think it's a cool story about finding the world of Atlantis and stuff and defending it from the evil people and shit. I love Michael J. Fox's character, Milo. I think he's a really funny, enjoyable, geeky character. The designs of the worlds they create in this movie is really cool, and it's not like a traditional Disney movie with a musical. It's actually just a really cool fantasy adventure film, and just it's a lot of fun. Number 7 is Homeward Bound, another film that I really enjoyed. I grew up with this film. He voices the dog Chance, which is probably like my favorite dog in the film. You also got the dog Shadow, and then you got the cat. I forget the cat's name. I'm blanking on the cat. It's Sally Field plays the cat. It's basically the three animals. Their owners give them to a farm, and they run away from the farm so they can go back home. And they have to go on this crazy adventure, and it's a really very cute, enjoyable family story. And yeah, if you love a movie about dogs and cats, like you'll love this film. Number 6 is Back to the Future 2. Back to the Future 2 is a really great sequel to Back to the Future. It is Marty and Doc going into the future and stuff and trying to help Marty's kids and everything. But then Biff ends up getting the almanac and just changes history. And then they basically have to go back in time again to stop Biff from giving the almanac to Biff himself in 1955. And they got to do it all over again. Really great story, really cool stuff in it. Some of the effects are a bit dated, but they do predict a lot of things that did come true. So very cool. Number 6. Number 5 is The Casualties of War. Really great, gritty war film with him and Sean Penn. Very interesting film. Fun fact, actually, him and Sean Penn actually hated each other doing this movie. And the movie is directed by Brian De Palma. A really interesting film for Brian De Palma. It's got that raw and bleakness that De Palma brings to a lot of his films. And very good film. Number 4 is Back to the Future 3. I really enjoy Back to the Future 3. It's a really cool Western. I love a good Western. It's a Western comedy, and the way they do it in this is great. Like, the Back to the Future sequels could have been easy, like, cash grab films, but they actually put a lot of heart and a lot of care into the Back to the Future films, and they're just delightful to watch. And I love a good Western setting, and it was just very fun to watch. Number 3 is Doc Hollywood. Doc Hollywood is probably the most underrated Michael J. Fox film. He's basically a doctor in this town, and he basically has to take care of this town and stuff. And it's a very funny movie. It's not like this PG movie. It's actually a very hard, raunchy, R-rated film, and it's really good. It's really cool to see Michael J. Fox do these like raunchy, vulgar roles, and it's quite enjoyable to watch. And I had a lot of fun with this movie. I think it's his most underrated film. Number 2, actually speaking of underrated, The Frighters. This is his most underrated film, actually. I love The Frighters. I watch this every Halloween season. Really great film. Directed by Peter Jackson, who did Lord of the Rings. Really great film. This is basically about him playing this investigator who investigates a murder investigations, and he can see ghosts, kind of like The Sixth Sense. But this movie came out before The Sixth Sense, but he actually can see ghosts. So he investigates more of like the paranormal investigations and stuff, and it's really fucking cool. It's a really cool movie. The way they do like heaven and hell in this movie is very interesting, and it's like a PG-13 movie. So I watched it as a kid, and I still really enjoyed it. But it's some pretty violent shit in it, so I'd beware of showing your kids this. I watched it as a kid, but look how I turned out. Number one's Back to the Future. Everyone knows it's Back to the Future. Back to the Future is the best film. It's a timeless classic. Every way, shape, or form, it's perfect to me. I love this movie. I've talked a lot about it. And it's Back to the Future. I have it right there on the wall. Right there. Right over there. Back to the Future. 1.21 gigawatts. That was my quick top 10 list for my favorite Michael J. Fox movies, in my opinion. So in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with this top 10 list? If not, give me your guys' top 10 favorite Michael J. Fox movies in your guys' opinion. Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.